Good evening and welcome back to ERL Division 2 Racing for round 11 of Season 2 for the Belgian Grand Prix in the beautiful track of Spa-Francorchamps. And we start our qualifying with Raleigh Wedge blocking the pit lane, and he's black flag and he's gonna have the start from the back of the grid. So that's unfortunate. We got everyone on an out lap. It's the start of qualifying. It's like rush hour. Everyone out. We have Adrolock and Atwing on mediums. We also have Ivo mediums. So much traffic. I wonder how that's gonna work out when everyone is on a flying lap. But the first driver, the lucky driver, who's gonna be the beginning of the track, will be Scroll, even though he will be sacrificing more grip, but he's gonna be cleaner. So let's see. First flying lap, and Scroll to the 144.548 in the Aston Martin and on soft tires. Next up we're gonna have, I think that's gonna be CMR. No, he's just starting and he's invalidated. That's gonna be Atwing, also invalidated. So no one actually. Okay, let's talk a little bit. Let's switch to Hervoul with a 145.813. Let's stay on board with Hervoul and see if he's gonna do better in this lap. Even though he was a bit wide, he went a bit wide in sector 1. He could have took a better line out of that hairpin. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about Spa-Francorchamps, located in Stavelop, Belgium. It's a very beautiful track. We see very exciting races, although personally I don't like driving in Spa, mostly because of the very challenging turns 3, 4 and 5, also known as Eau Rouge or Radillon. This circuit is a pretty long circuit with that Jasper 144.494. They go fastest. Many drivers also recording their times still. Jasper is fastest, but not by much. He's followed by United Bosnia, who's only 15 thousandths of a second behind Jasper. So as I was saying, it's a pretty long track, 7.004 kilometers, the longest track I think on the F1 calendar, and it consists of 20 turns, mostly located in the second sector. Now let's see if Hervoul is going to improve his time, and he improves by a second. Fastest in sector 3, and he's 4th fastest. Let's look on Adderlaw going off track at the moment. No one. Oh, let's say with Herbull, I guess. Let's see if he's gonna improve. And no, he's on a slow lap. So I guess no one. Okay. Oh, Adderlaw broke his front wing. He removed his front wing. So let's say I'm with Atwing in his AlphaTauri, who had a very slow lap. Yeah, slow lap, in the 2 minutes, but you can see he improved a lot in Sector 1, so let's see how much Atwing is gonna do. So I was saying this 22 laps race. You know, yeah, that was close, and that was also close. I wonder how he still hasn't exceeded track limits. Okay, he's losing a lot of time. Fun fact, we say that this track is long, but the original circuit, which consisted of mostly all of the all of the surrounding village, and it was 14.9 kilometers. And then after the war, a new circuit was built, and it was 14.1 kilometers. Still very long, and it stayed in the calendar until 1978. And it was not in Formula One, but it stayed as an FIA circuit until 1978. 14.1 kilometers. We had Atwing improved by a bit, but still not so high up the grid. We still have main drivers now going for an out lap. So come on, guys, somebody start flying lap. Starting to get bored here. So let's see, Ibo, and stay on board with Ibo and its flying lap. We've seen a very exciting race. In Division 1, we saw AV win that race, and since Amir, who was the original leader of the championship, retired, so AV is now the leader of the championship, and he expanded his lead over Connor, who had a promising race until he crashed in Radillon, which was pretty unfortunate. And I think he finished around P6, P7, P8, I don't know. So let's switch to Adderlaw, who switched to the softs. He was on the mediums earlier on, and we have Maddock now out of qualifying. Yellow flags in sector 3, that's where Maddock crashed. And Adrelo 143.445, 1 second ahead of Jasper. Now let's see, Jasper just been going up now. Eau Rouge and Radio. And let's see if he's gonna take back his provisional pole with only 5 and 30 minutes left. 5 minutes 30 seconds left. And he goes slower in sector 1. And Jasper crossing the line, and he goes 3/10 faster, but still P2, and he's still far, about 6/10 per second behind Adder. Meanwhile, we had Scroll go fast in sector 2. Let's see if Scroll's gonna go for that pole position. And crossing the line, and that's the 144.210, and third fastest. So who else do we have? A slight improvement by Hildery. So let's see if Herval is gonna do a flying lap. We're gonna stay on board with him and see if he has the time to improve. And 2/10 down in sector 1. And he actually goes 4/10 up in sector 2, lost a lot of time. I wonder if he's gonna be able to make that up in sector 3. And I think he slowed down. Yeah, he slowed down. So we had Adrelaw and United Bosnia on a flying lap, on an out lap, and so what about we stay with their rule then until they start their flying lap? So we'll switch to United Bosnia, starting his flying lap. Come on, United Bosnia, don't disappoint us, and that's the end of qualifying. We have checker flags for many drivers. See if United Bosnia or Herbull are going to be able to take pole from Adrelaw, who's also on a flying lap. United Bosnia down by 3/10 in Sector 1 and the fastest lap from United Bosnia. And Adrelaw just retired from the session. Let's see if Bosnia is now going to take pole position. Since Adrelaw is out, I don't know if he retired. Because if he retired, then this dude is so confident that Bosnia won't beat his time. Let's see if Bosnia is going to beat his time. He's 1.1 seconds behind. So yeah, I think Adrelaw got reason to be so confident with his time. Well, let's see now, crossing the line and 1:44.064, and he's second, not enough to beat Adrelaw's time. So Adrelaw is on pole for the Belgian Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Bosnia manages to finish second. We have Jasper third, Scrolled fourth, and the other Ferrari fifth, Cloudy fifth. Herbull 6, 2.78 for Andy, 8, 9th for Yildirim Mamet, 10 for Atwink, Ibo 11th, and will so they're saying Ibo 11th, and we have Racing Wheel CMR 13th, and though that's not an ideal time from CMR. Then we have no times from VG Post Marcy as usual, Madog no time, and Raleigh was unfortunately disqualified at this beginning of qualifying. So that I've said previously, this is going to be a 22 laps race. I bet we're going to have a safety car. So if we look at the tires, and there you go, Adrelaw, spinning on the formation lap. Good job from Adrelaw. Remarkable performance, and he's disqualified from the formation lap. So we have softs for the top 10, and the rest we're gonna have mediums for Ibo Racing Wheel mediums, CMR softs, Post softs, Marcy mediums, Meadow softs, and Raleigh softs. I suppose all the drivers are looking for a one-stopper. Even though that's gonna be challenging for the soft runners. If they pushed a lot in the first turn, then they're gonna have to go for a two-stopper instead. Although, yeah, because those tires could die out really quickly on this very demanding circuit. Let's see now the drivers lining out on the grid. Although this will be different for the medium runners, because a one-stopper is an easy option for the medium runners. No, okay, this is the camera. And 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix. And I don't know what happened to Adrelo, who's already seated his lead, and we have, I think that's Jasper and Cloudy. We're going side by side into turn 1, although Bosnia is Jasper and Bosnia, sorry. We're going side by side into turn 1, although we have Jasper with a lot of pace now chasing Bosnia, and we're gonna heading into turn 7, sorry, and he's not close enough to go for that overtaking move. Although we had Andrelo, I think he went from the inside of Scroll, or he was already ahead of him. I don't particularly know. Still very close in the top 3, although we have Bosnia still within half a second. I don't know what happened to Adrelo, immediately ceded his lead, and we have VG Post losing a lot of positions. Something must have happened to him. We have Jasper battling for the lead of the race. He's right behind Bosnia, and oh no, both overtake, and that's Jasper out of the race. Come on, that's CMR also out of the race, and I think that's the safety car. Still nothing from the FIA, but that's 2 drivers now out of the race, sector 2 and 3, and we have yellow flags. And I don't know what happened with Bosnia, who's now P3. I think he made the same mistake as Jasper, although it wasn't as lethal. We have Cloudy Cloud in the lead of the race, and that's a safety car, the second lap of the race. An awful mistake from Jasper. Took a lot of curb and went back on the throttle earlier than required. So as I've said, the odds for safety car were really high, and there we have it. Safety car in the first lap of Scroll, just switching to the hards, and to be honest, I don't think that's a very wise decision. We'll also have VG Post Hervul and Scroll switching to hard, Hervul also switching to the hards. I wouldn't choose that as a strategy. It's still the first lap of the race. I would have still went for the soft mediums, so the softs would have lasted more now, but yeah, I don't know. And he switched to a set of softs. So I suppose we shouldn't have a safety car for too long. So we have more drivers now going into the pits. Adrilo switching going, Bosnia, you have Claudius staying out. Bosnia switching to the hards. I don't know why everyone's switching to the hards, to be honest. Mediums for Dupor, Attering for the mediums. Well, it may work out for them, and personally I wouldn't go for hards so early in the race. I mean, if they're planning to stay until the end on those hards, then I don't think that's a very good idea. But we'll see. We may have another safety car. Oh, cloudy, going on the grass for a moment. And the safety car will be in this lap, so we'll be racing back. We're racing again back in lap 4 of the race, and left Cloudy leading the race. Right behind him will be Yield Mohammed. We had main drivers. We had 8 drivers going to the pits under the safety car even before. We have 3, 5 switch to hards. Excuse me. Although I wouldn't have switched to hards personally. I have 2 of the mediums and 1 to the soft to see how that will work out. You know, let's stay with Cloudy as we wait for him to initiate the second. That's the first restart of the race. I hope it's going to be the last restart, and a very good start from Cloudy, who's already with a good lead. Let's see behind what we're gonna have. We have Marcy coming real close behind Racing Wheel, and they're gonna go up Eau Rouge. Will Marcy try to go side by side into Eau Rouge? Is he trying to do? And I think he was far behind, but he thought about it. We have yellow flags in sector 1, and that's Adrilo. We also have yellow flags in up Tradion. We'll see what happens. They're gonna go to turn 7. Will Marcy try to go more from the inside of turn 7? And Racing Wheel closes the door. I mean, that's just trying to go down the hill, and that's the move from Marcy is now 3rd. If we move back a little to the midfield, you can see a lot of infighting down there. See both of them going off track. Let's see if Attring is gonna be able to do that overtake on Dupor. Attring trying to go from the outside of Dupor, and he's ahead of Dupor, and it's now P7. Now let's see back at the top. Marcy trying to go for another overtake as Cloudy is starting to pull away 3 seconds away from Yildirim Mohamed. Mars is gonna have to clear Yildirim Mohamed as fast as he can. Cloudy Cloud with the fastest lap of the race on those softs. And Yildirim Mohamed goes very wide, and also Marcy goes early on the throttle. Marcy is right behind. Will he try this time to go side by side up at Eau Rouge? And no, it's very hard. Yildirim Mohamed's blocking. Still DR, we don't have DRS on. And hello Amir. So good to have you on though. Marcy losing control for a moment. We still manage to recover from that. Marcy and Yildirim Mohamed going down the hill, and that's Marcy going from the inside, and oh, Marcy spinning, and oh, and we have a safety car, and Marcy going to, I think he broke his rear wing there, but that's not a safety car. Marcy is now on a P6, and oh, I think they're gonna have to let him pass. Yeah, they're gonna have to let him pass since they overtook him under yellow flags conditions. I think he have a broken rear wing. That's not a safety car. I think that's because of Duport, and just more evidence that this game is pretty stupid. If something in real life similar to what happened to Marcy happened, I forgot how to speak for a moment. If something like this happened in real life, Marcy wouldn't be even driving. He literally went with his front wing, rear wing into the wall, and he's going into the pits. I don't think he can fix it, but okay. So United Bosnia is out of the... Did he retire into the pits? Andy Smoke Smith is out of the race. No, they're out of the race. That's here, somewhere here. I don't know why we have two retirements. Well, let's see if we can get a shot of these two drivers, and oh, there they are. Oh, what happened? I don't know. Yeah. So we have Racing Wheel now in the lead of the race. It's a pretty chaotic race. We have 5 DNFs in 6 laps. So at this rate, we're gonna end up with 0 drivers on the track by the end of this race. That's pretty cool. So, as I was saying, so that's a very unfortunate accident from Marcy, and I'm pretty sure his rear wing is at least damaged. Because if it isn't damaged, then the damage system in this game is also stupid. So a damaged rear wing causes a lot of drag. I don't think it affects downforce much, but it causes a lot of drag on straight lines. So he's gonna suffer, and we're gonna have much decreased straight line speed. I'm not saying if he broke his rear wing, because we can't see, because the game changed it, because there are sponsors on the rear wing, and if they remove the sponsors, if the rear wing broke and the sponsors were broken, then the sponsors are gonna be mad, and there won't be any money, and there won't be any game, and I won't be commentating here, and yeah. So anyway, still back with we're gonna have one more lap, I think, of the safety car, although everyone is in queue. That's right, now going into the pits. And the safety car is now into the pits, and we're gonna restart and waiting for Racing Wheel, who's going very fast. Trading, come on, dudes. See, oh, it's very chaotic. It's like the restart of the race, because Racing Wheel was very slow. Let's see Rolly and Marcy, and I think Rolly is yielding since it's his teammate, and Cloudy, meanwhile Cloudy behind is pushing back, and they're gonna be heading now on the street. Still haven't had DRS at any point at this rate. Let's see if he's gonna come, and they're gonna go to turn 7, and Cloudy goes from the inside of turn 7. Marcy's still ahead now, turn 8. They're gonna be heading to turn 9, and that's Marcy's still ahead. Interesting, you know. Let's see, Marcy is gonna try to go from the inside of Rolly, and Rolly not defending much. See, Racing Wheel is obviously struggling in front of us here. Marcy got more pace. Marcy trying to go from the inside. This is where Marcy spun just not so long ago. And yellow flags in sector 2, and there goes the Canadian driver Herbold again. Now let's see Cloudy and Racing Wheel. Cloudy going from the outside, and a bit of luck up from Racing Wheel, and that's Cloudy ahead of Racing Wheel after the chicane, and he's out of P3. Marcy is on much faster tires than Adrilo. Adrilo is on hards, you know, Marcy is on softs. So let's see, and I'm gonna have to go for a quick. Let me switch to this one. Back, and